Hey guys, it's Sarah from Sleepopolis, and today we're taking a look at the signature pillow from One Fresh Pillow. Now, of course, I'm going to show you what it's made of, what it feels like, but also this is the only pillow I've ever tested that comes with a subscription service. So let's dive right in and see what it's all about. So I've been rolling around on this pillow, but before I get into my first impressions of it, I just want to say, if throughout the course of this video any questions come up, or you want a personal recommendation from me, please feel free to give me a shout in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to help. Now, as far as the feel of this pillow, the cover fabric is super soft, but not really in a cotton way. Kind of feels a little bit thicker than cotton, a little less breathable, but also a bit softer and more velvety. So I'm curious to see what that's all about. Now, another thing that's kind of interesting is on one side of the pillow, I'm getting a very feathery, fluffy feel, but on the other side, I'm getting a firmer feel with a slower response to pressure. So I have a pretty good idea that this pillow features a dual construction. So let's hop right in and see what this pillow is exactly made of. Okay, so starting with the cover fabric, it is made from 100% polyester. And like I said, it is very soft to the touch, but I'm finding it to be a little less breathable than, say, cotton, for example, and definitely a little more warming. Luckily, as you can see, the pillow is a traditional shape, so should you want to cover it with a cooling, breathable pillowcase, you totally can. And luckily, polyester is a naturally moisture-wicking material, so at the very least, it's gonna work to kind of keep you fresh and dry. Now, as far as what's inside the pillow, this pillow does feature a dual construction, wherein one side of the pillow is filled with shredded memory foam, and then the other side is filled with a fluffy down alternative called polyfiber. And then in between those two fills is a thin polyester membrane that basically keeps the materials from melding together. So what's cool about this is, depending on the side that you're sleeping on, you're getting a different feel and firmness. So the down alternative, like I said, is gonna feel more like down. It offers a softer level of support, a quicker response to pressure, and really this sort of just feathery, fluffy feel. Then on the other side, the shredded memory foam does have a slightly slower response to pressure and really just offers more of a firm level of support. So like I said, the feel really does depend upon which side you're sleeping on. And as you can see, it's got a pretty low loft, which is gonna make it particularly well suited to stomach sleepers. We'll get into more about that in a minute. So, how does the subscription service work? Well, first of all, One Fresh Pillow is the first company to actually offer a subscription service with its pillows, so props to them. But basically how it works is when you're shopping on their website, you have the option to either make a one-time purchase for either the Signature Pillow or the Signature Pillow 2-pack, or you can purchase a subscription at a discounted price and choose to have one fresh new pillow delivered to your house either every 6, 9, or 12 months. So basically, for folks who fall in love with this pillow and they know that this is the kind of pillow that's gonna meet their unique sleep needs, the subscription service really might be a great way to go, because instead of having to go back online and shop and make another purchase, basically you just take out the middleman and it shows up at your door until you tell it to stop. So that's a pretty cool thing. And we'll talk more about the subscription service as far as how they recycle the pillows and everything like that a little bit later on. For now, let's talk about which sleeping positions are gonna be most compatible with this pillow. So you'll notice on One Fresh Pillow's website that it says this pillow was designed for back and side sleepers. And I have to say, after thoroughly testing this pillow in every sleeping position, I'm really finding it to be ideal for stomach sleepers. So that's not to say that I didn't enjoy this pillow in the supine position when I was on my back, particularly with the foam side facing up. I really enjoyed how sort of comfortably cradled it made my head feel. And of course, my head, neck, and spine all stayed in neutral alignment. But on my side, the thing is, side sleepers need a pillow with a firmer feel and a really lofty build. And this pillow has a loft of about 2 inches, and it actually compresses to even lower than 2 inches when you apply pressure. So when I was on my side using this pillow, I definitely felt like my head was sort of craned downward out of alignment with my neck, and so I wasn't keeping that neutral spine that really is your pillow's most important job. Now, as far as stomach sleepers go, like I said, I'm finding this to be a great pillow for stomach sleepers. That low loft is really working in the prone position because, like I said, when you are lying on your stomach, you need a lower profile pillow in order to keep your head, your neck, and your spine totally in neutral alignment. Of course, the loftier your pillow is, the more your head and neck are going to get craned upwards out of alignment. So regardless of which side, either the down alternative or the foam side, the loft was low enough and compressible enough to keep everything in happy alignment when I was on my stomach. All right, so I know I've just hit you with a lot of information, so let's recap the perks and potential pitfalls of this pillow so you know if it's the right one for you. So there's a lot to like about this pillow. First of all, it features a dual construction wherein you've got one side that's got a firmer feel and kind of offers that foam-like slow response to pressure, and on the other side you've got this nice feathery down alternative. So it's kind of nice for sleepers to be able to flip the pillow whenever they want a different feel and level of support. Now, that said, the whole pillow is still really sort of shapeable, huggable, and compresses into a low loft, which makes it ideal for stomach sleepers. And another thing I'm liking is the subscription service, not only because it makes the shopping process easier, but it's encouraging sleepers to check up on their pillows every 6 months to a year, which is what you should be doing. Now, that said, every pillow does come with a prepaid shipping label so that when your new fresh pillow arrives, you can send your old one back to the company and they will recycle it for you. Now, another thing is these pillows offer a wide range of prices, ranging from $64 to $155, depending on the size that you get, whether you purchase a subscription or make a one-time payment, whether you choose to get a single or a 2-pack, so there's kind of some options for everybody. Now, of course, there are a few things to consider about this pillow before you make up your mind. So first of all, as a hot sleeper, I can't say that I felt particularly cooled by this pillow. And like I said, I think the cover fabric is a little thicker, a little less breathable than, say, cotton, for example. And additionally, shredded memory foam does have a tendency to trap heat, and I did find that to be the case with this pillow. Now, another thing is, though it does say on the company's website that this pillow was designed for back and side sleepers, I humbly have to disagree. In my opinion, testing this pillow in the side sleeping position, I was not getting nearly enough support that was keeping my head, neck, and spine all in neutral alignment, although I did find it to be very comfortable in the back sleeping position. And another thing to consider is the wash care. So unfortunately, this pillow is a spot clean only situation, and even then you should only use a damp cloth and a mild detergent, but really avoid getting this pillow wet as much as you can. And when you do spot clean it, make sure that it dries completely before you dress it with any bedding. Well, that's it for me, but for every last detail on this pillow, be sure to check out my full written review, which is linked below. And by the way, if you want to know how to pick the right pillow for your sleeping position, just Google Sleepopolis, how to pick the right pillow, and it'll be the first thing that pops up. Now, I do hope you found this video to be helpful, and if you did, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media. We're always uploading more content with one main thing in mind, to get you some better sleep. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.